Welcome back, everybody. All things Pistons, episode 10. I mean, we made it to double digits. Did you think we were going to make it to 10?
Man,
I mean, I questioned it.
Too.
I questioned it, and here we are, episode 10. Double digits. That's exciting stuff, man. That is awesome. Happy holidays. Go ahead.
Get the pay-per-view fight the other night?
You know what? Somehow I got a free streaming of it. Nice. Valley Sports had a free streaming, so I got to watch it on there. It was pretty sweet, man. It was that was awesome. But first, happy holidays to everybody. We haven't done an episode since Christmas. Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy New Year. We got New Year's coming in tomorrow. I got to give a quick shout out to our boys in blue. Go Blue, man. We got a big game coming up tomorrow night, 4:00 kickoff. Exciting stuff, man. And a lot has happened since the last episode. I mean, I feel like we got to jump right into it. UFC 276, a.k.a. Malice at the Palace. I guess Malice at Little Caesars.
I mean, media's getting a little excited about the whole brawl.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. This is a bunch of talking and shoving going on.
It was like a couple punches in the back, scrum.
And even though
retaliation.
And even though Killian got him with a forearm, I wouldn't even consider that a punch. It's more of like a push shove to the back of the head. I mean, for me, I don't know how you feel about it. I've seen both sides of the fence on this. We can't have that attitude. You know, it's a sport. You're a professional. No, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. He showed me there after all he's been going through between injuries for the first year and a half, getting dogged by the media. He showed me that he had that dog in him, and that's my point guard.
Yeah, like the last 2+ seasons, the only emotion he's shown is defeated.
Legit.
I've seen him smile like 3 times, I think. Probably because Cade's been out and he's starting to play well. So seeing any kind of emotion I was hyped.
And you know, the cool part is like the video there, he didn't hesitate to jump up and throw that forearm. Like he belong in Detroit. We want you here.
I don't think he was really going for the head. I think he was kind of just like it all happened so quick that it just kind of happened that way.
It happened to be the back of the head, but I mean, the fact that he even did it, I love it. I absolutely love it.
Did you see how fast he dipped out though after he?
Oh yeah, he did too. Look at him. He's like, hey, wait a minute. What did I do? What did I just do?
I just scrolled into this fight.
I love it. And, you know, just watching other things to see what these, I mean, they're kids. They really are still young kids. But, like, if you see a scrum, look who's in the middle there. It's Duran. Dude just turned 19. If something happens on the floor, he's the first person to get up in somebody's face.
Yeah, no hesitation. I think earlier in the game.
And obviously, we know Stu last year, he tried to, Yep. In last year, Stu, he tried to kill LeBron on the floor and everybody in the way. So it's just, I don't know, man. A lot of people don't like that. To me, that's basketball. Yeah, maybe not actually throwing the punches, but I don't know how many people haven't been on the court. A true hooper, to you true hoopers out there that haven't been in a fisticuffs or almost throwing some hands on the basketball court. That's basketball, man.
And it was a dirty foul, too. Like, it reminded me of the old when, who was it? Check Steve Nash into the stands.
Yes.
Gosh.
It was,
you know what I'm talking about.
Robert Horry, wasn't it?
It could have been. But, yeah, just a dirty play.
Yeah, he wasn't even trying to go for the ball. Completely took him out. So I love it, man. I don't care what anybody says. I'll argue that to the death. The fact that he reacted the way he did, I'm good. I'm good with that. And then, of course,
knocked him out cold.
I mean, he's such a. It's hard for me because that's my Michigan roots, and we had that flopping going on when he was in Ann Arbor, but he sold a Grammy on that
Golden Globe winner, huh?
Yeah, literally get him a Grammy for that acting job. There's no way he just got him with that and he was out. If he did, you have a glass jaw player, and that shit is not good.
So Diallo pushed him to kind of start at first, and then before Killian jumped up. But Diallo suspended 1 game.
Yep.
Mo's out 2 games, and Killian's out 3 games.
3. Yep.
And half the Orlando team's out 1 game.
They literally have what I think it was like 8 or 9 guys.
Yeah, it was. That's gonna. Their next game is gonna be pretty exciting.
Oh, it's gonna be terrible.
Assistant coaches might be suiting up.
Yeah, legit. Anybody. The whole G League team is going to be up here for that game. So that was good. I loved it. It brings a little fire to the team. It's exciting. Yep. I don't really care.
After a rough overtime loss in LA that I really don't want to talk about. I'm still upset about that blown lead. Man, we were playing so good. I've never seen our offense clicking like that, but there wasn't a lick of defense all night.
No.
And it hurts in the end.
Yeah, and like you said, though, like, they played amazing that night. I'm not even like, we lost, and yes, I want to win every game, but also we're still in the sweepstakes for getting a higher draft pick. They got us picking 1. So it's one of those things, like, I never want to lose, but just to see the way they played, and especially against somebody like, I mean, they kind of took Paul George out of the game. I think he had like 20, but he wasn't like it wasn't a Paul George, the normal Paul George that just dominated.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely threw in the towel with like 3.5 minutes left.
Oh my gosh, yes. Playing the backups the whole time.
Yep.
So, but it's good to see them. They're gelling, they're starting to mesh, starting to get it back together. And one of the things I noticed after the ejection was, man, Burks went off.
Woo!
Went off.
Yeah. At the end of the game, he, I think, airballed a 3-pointer, but he was.
That was his only miss.
Yeah. I think he was 10 for 10 before that.
Yep. 10 for 11, 6 for 7 from the 3-point line.
Yep. Someone said, I think Gary Payton was the only other player that's been 10 for 10 in a game. So if he would have held back on that last shot, he would have at least tied GP for that record. But
the glove,
gotta love it. It's cool.
Yeah, and it's, obviously he got a lot more minutes because we had some people out. But I would love to see him get worked in a little more. It's nice to see Bay coming back. Like, is he back, or is he just ball out against Orlando every year? Is that just his team that he can ball out at, or is he actually?
He's put together a few good games, not like that, but he's put together a few good games. Yeah. And I think his 3-point shots finally starting to come around again.
God, I hope so.
He was like the last 4 or 5 games, I think he's shooting like 41% now. So hopefully that sticks and we're not just seeing another little streak here. But
yeah,
man, is he not exciting to watch if he's not hitting his shot.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And it's, and is any of that, like we talked about this, I don't remember what episode it was, about Bay getting moved to the bench and what it would do to his confidence. Is there something between him and the coaching staff, or what's going on? Do you think any of it, am I just overlooking it and looking for something that's not there? But like, you think there's something with Casey there, or like, because I feel like Casey makes I try to like, the players got to play. They got to make the shots. They got to play defense. I can't stand him as the coach. I can't do it anymore. If he's not gone by All-Star break, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to go on a rant, and that's all there is to it.
Yeah. I will say, I think the Clippers game was the best rotations I've seen them use. I don't think Kojo even played. If he did, it was like 3 minutes. But like he pulled out Ivy early and then subbed him in for Killian. So then you had Ivy running the point with Burks.
Right.
And it was just good rotations all day. He put Diallo back in the lineup, which we haven't seen him since he bombed the start of the season, and Knox kind of took his spot.
Yeah, and I see he got 14 minutes the other night. 11 points, 5 rebounds. So, I mean, he's getting them back in there. There's so much raw talent there.
Yeah.
There's just so many times where, like, he'll make a mistake and you're like, what are you doing? think the one game he came in the other day where he saved it and basically threw it in the backcourt for them for a fast break. I was just like, I can't. What am I watching right now? What am I watching?
Yeah, it's pretty. But his energy is pretty unmatched. I don't think anyone else on the team brings energy like he does.
No.
But behind Killian, he might be their second best on-ball defender.
Yeah.
And he doesn't shy away. Like, he'll take the star player out there, the star forward, and he'll get up in them.
For sure. No, I agree with that. I just wish we could see more out of him. And I feel like if any of these young guys that aren't our superstars, if they have a bad run of games, like, they just disappear into the bench.
Yeah.
They're just gone. They don't even get a chance to try to, like, redeem it. I mean, we're 5 and whatever. Play him.
Yeah.
Play him. Quit playing. Why is Cujo playing? Just pay him his check. He's a vet. We don't need him out there.
The holidays is over. There's no more family events for Casey and Kojo. Like, you did the family thing. Let's end this now.
Can it be like a fire package? Has that ever been done before in the history of the NBA, where a player and coach are fired on the same day?
I don't know, but let's make history.
Yeah, I mean, we might as well.
Let's figure it out.
Yeah, let's Detroit stand up. Let's make it happen.
We're gonna have 2 for. I'll take Fritos.
Yeah. I mean, I'll take that.
But I'll take some Fritos.
I'll take the empty bag of Fritos just to smell them and be happy with it.
Yes, sir.
And I won't even argue that one. So let's see what else we got. Duren, man, I got to touch on Duren.
Ooh.
I have just never seen somebody so physically gifted in a long time. Like, I want to say, of course, my comparison always goes back to Dwight Howard, but I feel like he's so much better than Dwight ever was. That, like, Dwight just jumped over. Dwight couldn't hit a free throw. He couldn't knock down a little jumper. I mean, I guess I'm really disrespecting Dwight Howard because he dominated when he was at Orlando.
He dominated, yeah.
But at 19 years old, he had 18 boards again the other night. Like, that's just stupid numbers, man. I still feel like that is the steal of this last year's draft.
It might
100%.
Yeah. And, like, he started off kind of slow, but a lot of that's because Casey wasn't really giving him the minutes. He was bringing him along slow, and he wasn't great in summer league. He wasn't even. I was kind of worried about his rebounding in summer league, but man, each week he
shut that up, didn't he?
Yeah, he's not taking a step forward each week. Like, he's jumping steps,
and he's the first one in the thick of everything, man. I love that.
He has no fear in him at all.
There's not scared of it. I don't care how long you've been in the league, how much older you are. I'm here now. What do you want? Step up.
Yep.
So I love that, man. It's awesome.
Yep. It's nice to get some rebounding too. Him and Stu, I love them together, man.
Yeah, that was going to be my next guy to bring up was Stu. Just as I feel like his game is really starting to go to the next level. Like, we knew he's cleaned up down low, did everything, dove, fought people, but, like, he's really coming into that shooting role of hitting that outside shot. He started the Orlando game 0 for 3, but he didn't shy away from it. Like, he gunned up 3 right away, and I was like, okay, Stu, whoa. Slow down, player. We're 4 minutes into the game here.
Yeah, and he added some pump fake, and he's taking it to the hole now. Like, he's not just being a spot up shooter or put back guy. Like, he's trying to create his own offense. Like, I've been really impressed.
Yeah, to see him, and he's one of our highest shooting 3-point percentage shooters on the team. But just like you said, to see him put it on the floor and some of the moves he's doing to get down low or mid-range or just go finish at the basket, whew, man, that combo of him and Duren going forward is gonna be stupid.
Yep, and it's great because, like, whenever one of them dunks it, like, they're making eye contact together. Right away, they're jumping up, bumping chests to each other. Like, where's my boy? Where's my boy?
Right.
They just feed off each other. I love it.
It's so much fun, man. Yes, it's a rough year. I get it, everybody. I get it. But I've never seen it this bright in a long time, if that makes any sense. And everybody, I've heard that too. How many years are we going to keep saying that? Well, until we win. And we're almost there. So it is what it is. I love it, man. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. But going back to that draft, so if you were to pick the top 5 redraft, would it look the same, or would it change up a little bit now that we're quarter way into the season? What would your top 5 be?
Mine's gonna change a little bit. Let's start at 1 because
I think 1 is unanimous.
I don't want to do backwards, but yeah, let's do 1. I'm going with Paolo still.
Yeah, 1 is a lock still. That guy is a generational talent. He can do everything, and he's just ginormous.
We played him really well and kind of slowed him down a lot last game, but
yeah,
he's a beast. Like he's gonna be basically unstoppable in a couple of years here.
Oh, and he's showing that now as a rookie. So in a couple of years, I can't imagine what that's going to look like. I mean, that's a heck of a pick there. Who you got at 2?
Number 2, I'm sticking with Chet. I know he hasn't played, so I'm just going off that potential still. Like,
yeah,
he's good at everything, and he was tearing it up. Was it Summer League?
Yeah,
he got hurt. He didn't make it to preseason though. Yeah, Summer League. He had like 6 blocks his first preseason game. Like he's a freak.
Yeah, and off of talent alone, and off of what OKC does, the tall white dude, that would have been their pick regardless. I feel like.
Yeah, if I'm OKC and I'm picking number 2, knowing what I know now, I'm probably still rolling with Chet.
Yeah. Perfect. And who we got at 3? 3 was Houston.
3 is Houston.
Yep. This is where it gets a little iffy.
What's your pick?
So at 3, I mean, I'm trying to think Houston squad. I mean, I know people are going to think I'm flagrant for it, but it's hard for me to not put – I don't think they would go math in that situation because of the wings they already have there with like Kevin Porter and what's his name? I love myself, Jalen Green.
Oh,
and who else? There's somebody else. I can't think of it. I think they go Duren. After what they've seen now, could you imagine him down low with those type of shooters and playmakers running the floor?
Man, you just messed up my whole draft.
Ooh. I mean, I literally think if you know what we know now in redraft, how do you not take him at that point? The dude can run the floor, jump out of the gym, and he's going to get all 18 of your bricks that Jalen Green's going to jack up every couple nights. I mean, yeah, he's got a night where he hits 20 like he does now, but
yeah, I think I'm going to jump on your train on this one and switch my pick because Duren was what did we get him at? 13, 12?
Like 13, I think.
Yeah, 13. And seeing what you see now, seeing those, like we talked about earlier, those multiple steps he's taken every single week. Yeah. I didn't know he was a passer. He sees the court really well, and he's not even put in those situations yet a whole lot because he's not that offensive threat yet, even though he's getting there. He's a freak of nature rebounder, shot blocker, and just his mentality. Like,
he's a dog.
He's got potential. Like, he's moving on my list. And you convinced me because I originally was picking Ben Math at 3, but I wasn't thinking I'm Houston. I'm thinking
who's better?
Leave this out 1 through 5. Who am I taking?
Yeah.
Duren would be a great fit on that team.
Could you imagine Duren and what's that foreign dude they just got last year that's 7 foot and balling out? Yeah. Put him at the 4 and Duren at the 5?
Yeah.
That would be a problem.
And I think him and Jalen Green pick and roll that'd be kind of scary.
That'd be very scary.
Green's a freak athlete as well. So.
Oh, for sure. And I don't like him, though. I'm still not going to give him credit.
Yeah.
Then 4, we had Sacramento. You know they're going to drop the ball in real life. but I think they go. It's hard to say, right? Because they passed on Ivy already, and they had
Yeah.
a pick.
I mean, yeah, not trusting Sacramento, but I got to go Ben Math here. I can't push him back anymore. The
No,
dude
yeah, I think they would.
dominating off the bench. He has zero weaknesses.
Yeah,
His mentality is like it's contagious.
yeah, and put him and De'Aaron Fox together. That's
Yep.
a heck of a matchup there. Yeah, I would have to agree. I think Ben Math goes there, and then at 5, we're still taking Ivy. We're not. I don't think there's anybody that we're not taking over him with Duran, Math, and all them gone. I mean, Jabari Smith.
Yeah, Yeah, man. Look how much he dropped out of the conversation.
Literally.
I've watched him a lot, actually, and, man, he's struggling.
He really is.
He's got the tools, but on this level, he's just a spot-up shooter that can defend pretty well.
And you know what? I take that back. I think I would take Jabari over Jalen. I think Jabari's in a bad situation. I know there was a couple of games where him and Jalen Green got into it. I don't think they're the same type of mindset and player as like him and Kevin Porter. Like Jalen Green and Kevin Porter are boys. They love them, and that's what they're about. And I'm not saying they're not team players. I got to quit bashing them so hard, but that's just the mindset they're in, I think, and it shows on how they play and carry themselves. If you put Jabari Smith on like a hard-nosed, grinding team where it's about the city and the team.
He would look good on the Kings, in all honesty.
Ooh, yeah, he would. He would look good in Detroit.
I mean, yeah. You would. We could use some of that, but for sure.
Yeah, so that changes up the whole draft, man. That would make life interesting. But, luckily the Pistons
Jalen Smith for OKC's playing pretty good.
Yep.
But
not top 5.
I'm not sold. Yeah, I'm not sold on him yet. And
not top 5.
Pretty rough.
Yeah. It was hard enough to forget about Jabari Smith and Jaden Ivey in the top 5.
Yep. And I'm probably still taking Ivy at 5. Even if I'm not the Pistons, I'm probably taking him at 5.
Yeah. It's so hard, man, because Jabari was so
good in
college.
Just going on
doesn't mean anything.
Knowing what I know now.
Yeah.
I still think he'll be a really good player, but maybe like a Rashard Lewis type guy.
I like that. I think now I've switched 17 times. I think I would stay with Ivy because of he is Detroit, like through and through, not just his game and how good he is. Like that man wants to be in Detroit for his whole life. He doesn't want to go anywhere. He's made that very clear. I'm from Detroit. My grandparents are from Detroit. We lived in Detroit. That's huge for like the city and to have somebody that good. So it's all that stuff matters. I would take him too. I would.
Would you take Duran over Ivy or Ivy over Duran? For Detroit.
I mean, knowing what I know now.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's tough.
Dude, I can't turn down Duran. I can't. You do not get a center that comes along that often and be that dominant and be able to do what he can do on both ends of the floor. I mean, that's a franchise-changing center big man. You don't see that very often.
Yeah. His potential, his ceiling is just too high for me.
Yeah,
I really think Ivy's going to be a stud, but guys that can score and not play defense, it's a lot more common than freaks like Duran.
Exactly. Yes. And I mean, the dude is 18 boards at the age of 19 on multiple occasions is dumb. Like that doesn't happen.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry.
Yeah. So that's me. I couldn't turn down Duran there. I would have to take him over Ivy. So
yeah, I'm with you.
Sweet. So we got episode 10 in the books. Tonight we got the Bulls. That will be a interesting game, to say the least. Missing a couple guys that are in our rotation. It's always fun to watch DeRozan. I love DeRozan, man. His game is so much fun. But not when you play him.
It might be a good thing. Ivy's going to have to be the main playmaker, so he has a growing opportunity tonight for sure. He's going to play a different role, so
you really have to put it in tonight because he's going to either have Levine or DeRozan to body up with or go at.
If he's not doing a good job, we're going to see a lot of Kojo tonight.
Oh, Lord.
A lot of Kojo.
I think my Bally's just ran out for the night. I'll have to pay for it tomorrow, so I don't have to watch that. But yeah, it'll be fun. I want to see Burks, man. Let Burks go. Let him fly.
Let him fly.
So perfect. All right. Well, we will see you guys all again. Please check us out. Everything. All things Pistons. YouTube, TikTok. We are all across the board. We are also on Twitter. All things Pistons. Love to hear from you guys. Give us some ideas. And I think we've said this every episode. But we got to get a visitor on here. We got to have somebody on here to come in and just talk a little basketball, see what's going on, and talk about those Pistons. So till next time, everybody, we'll see you in 2023. Happy New Year and go blue. And if you're not go blue, that's too bad for you. Go blue all day long. All things right. All right, guys.